a service. Okay, so that kind of attacks are visible nowadays everywhere. As this particular topic doesn't involve creating agentic AI as such, okay, that's a very different aspect of AI, generative AI called as agentic AI, where the agents, these generative AIs are considered to be like working like an agent or an AI agent that has certain degree of autonomy, certain degree of self decision making capabilities, and it has certain kind of access permissions given by the user of that AI, so that that particular AI agent can monitor certain activities that the user of AI is doing, and autonomously understands what are the requirements by that particular user, and it can fulfill those requirements using the autonomy provided to it. Once the outputs are generated, the user gets the output. Now, how the generative AI was used before agentic AI, it was something where the user would go to or approach the agentic AI. He will converse in textual manner or voice based manner or some other manner with the AI, the generative AI model, that will be referred to like a chatbot kind of a system. But agentic AI, no more they are a chatbot like system. So what I was telling you about is nowadays these kind of security risks are there when you are using you are giving certain degree of autonomy to your agentic AI based applications, and these autonomous bots or autonomous agents, if somebody hacks into them, if somebody provides them a wrong information, or if somebody changes their internal representations, they can act maliciously to expose your personal details. They could actually do harmful transaction in your name, or they could have certain kind of misbehavior that probably will defame you. Okay, so these kind of things may happen. And how do I actually provide security? How do I provide proper governance? And how do I provide compliance? So compliance come into picture when I try to apply generative AI into specific domains like healthcare, specific domain like government solution. That is, I create a chatbot for a certain government agency. So there I require these kind of compliances, these kind of security credentials provided. Then it is very important to understand how do I create an audit manager. Okay, what is an audit manager and how do I provide that audit manager? That is, how many times I have conversed with the chatbot, what are the prompts, what are the responses, whether the responses were of proper size or not, whether the guardrails were properly present or not, whether the security credentials were used properly or not. So the audit manager basically tries to audit when a particular activity has happened. So auditing gives you kind of post-mortem of what has already had happened, whereas guardrails and the other security credentials are in place when the things are happening. So audit will tell you whether these things are working properly or not. So both the aspects are covered for security. So module number 6 was talking about responsible practices. They are the practices which are in place when you are using a AI based solution or generative AI based solution. And the security governance compliance part, when compliance part comes, the audit actually does a retrospective check if the things were in place or not, and if they were in place, were they effective enough for creating an generative AI experience which was a responsible generative AI experience. I hope this clears up what we are supposed to learn in module number 6 and 7. Now the last two modules of this course, okay, basically the last module is 8th module, so 8th module is the last one. This talks about implementing generative AI based applications. How do I create generative AI based application? Okay, what is the life cycle of the application? How you can use this Bedrock service of Amazon, which is a managed service, okay, using this service, and I can create a generative AI based application. So that is what we have in all the 8 modules. The rest of the modules that you look at, they are generally for you to understand how the certification works, etc., etc. So that's not an important. Every module will have certain videos, as I already told you. I'm not showing you videos as such. That is self-learning that you are going to do. My purpose of having these discussions or having these sessions is to tell you how much syllabus is there, what module you are learning, what kind of things, and that will help you in understanding what is required by me currently when I'm doing my course. Some of you are learning AI, some of you are learning certain things in, so AIDS people are learning deep learning. So whichever part now I've shown you, since we are looking at a syllabus right now, you are now understanding which module is related to what kind of syllabus. You can make a note of it, and later on you can visit the specific module in order that it will be easier for you to get a takeaway from what you're learning through this course. Okay, so that's about this course that I am supposed to tell you. Now to this course I've added the people already. Just let me check how many people I've added. So I've sent the invitations to you on the mail IDs that you have given me through the Google form. Some of you have already registered, likewise, yeah, I can see over here some of you have already registered, but some of the people, their invitations are still pending. Okay, I'm not naming any specific guy or specific person, but there are a lot of people who have not accepted the invitation. So if you don't accept the invitation, you won't be able to access these courses. So I'm resending the mails to all the 31 invitations which are not received so far by you. Some of you are doing certain activities. That's a good sign. 2 hours, 2 minutes, 12 minutes, 14 minutes, 1 hour. So that's a good thing. People are using this platform. They are making use of the things. This number shows me how frequently you are visiting the site and all. So I've resent the invitations. Some of you those who might not have received the invitation can check their spam folders, because sometimes when a bulk mail is sent, that goes by default into your email ID's spam folder. Unspam it and then accept the invitation, and you can join the course and start learning about them. Okay, I hope this session was informative so far, and you learned something about at least the definitions of what do you mean by machine learning, what do you mean by deep learning, what do you mean by AI, which is generative AI, what is language model. This was a very terse kind of a discussion. It is, I know, not completely technical, but I'm keeping things like this only because I don't want people to get bored and uninterested in doing the activities. I want you to actually utilize these courses. Now, as I had promised, we will try to understand or try to go through a learner lab, but I don't think I have time. It's 5:22 already, so 8 minutes are there. So I do not have much time now left in this session. But what I'll do is I'll tell you what kind of module lab we are going to perform next time. So next time round, as the first part of next session, we will go to this course, foundation course, and under the foundation course we will do, I guess my connection is broken. Okay, somebody can pinpoint whether my connection is there. No, I've lost my connection, I guess. Okay.